Hey, how's everyone doing today? I am Britton Harvest, your favorite speaker. And the subject that we're going to talk about today, which because this is what I do. Throughout the week, when I'm going through my daily activities, whether I'm working, writing, reading, you name it, I'm more of a sponge. And when I say a sponge, I mean everything that's going on around me, I pay attention to as much as I can because I'm steadily intaking information. And what I'm trying to do is, I want to learn. And you cannot learn unless you are taking in information. Because a person that does not take in information is not learning. A person that feels as though they know it all, they're not learning. So you should never get to a point where you should stop taking in information, whether it's on social media, whether it's in books, whether it's throughout your day, riding around to and from work. Regardless of what it is that you're doing, you should always be taking in information. So I've noticed that there are a lot of single parents in society nowadays. And there are a lot of kids who are raised by their mothers. And it's sad, to be honest with you. It's depressing. I'm a product of that. My mom raised me, 4 kids, by herself. Her and my dad got divorced at an early age. And I always wanted to, or wondered why my dad was not in my life on a consistent basis. Because as a little boy growing up, nothing is more important than seeing your dad on a regular basis, as far as him being there for you, him teaching you different things, him being there for moral support, being there at all of your games, your school events. I mean, there's nothing like a father being there for his child. And when I was growing up, I was neglected of that. My mom did everything that she could to make sure that we had everything that we needed, but there was just something that she just could not give me that a father can give. And I'm saying all this to say there are a lot of guys, I can call them men, guys, however you want to phrase it, that have kids and they're not involved in their kids' lives. And for you to be able to go through your life without any responsibility of taking care of your kids, knowing that you have kids, that's a very sad event. Because your kids are a direct reflection of you. Your kids are genetically tied to you. And for you to have kids and decide one day that you're just going to up and leave and never talk to them again, that sends shockwaves through a kid's mind. And you don't know how much that kid hurts. That's something that no psychologist can prepare a child, or not just say prepare a child, but to help a child get over that torment. So as a father, your utmost and your most important thing is nothing is more monumental than being there for your kids. I don't care what the court system says, nothing should come in between you and your child. Period. There's no excuse. No excuse. You're not exempt from being a parent because you and the child's mother had a disagreement, or you and the child's mother do not see eye to eye. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Because if your child's mom can sit there and still take care of a child by herself, knowing that she had assistance in bringing that child into the world, and you just feel as though I'm good. I give her money every blue moon. That's ridiculous, man. That's ridiculous. And shame on any female that decides to entertain guys like that. I mean, there's no way you should be involving your kids with a guy who doesn't even take care of his own kids. Like, what kind of examples are you setting when your kids see that you're dating a guy who has kids outside of the relationship that he doesn't even see or spend time with? You know, and I know what the outcome is going to be. It's plain as day. The writing is on the wall. And I feel, I mean, it hurts sometimes knowing that I see kids that are being raised by their parents or parents, and that parent is doing everything in their power to make sure that kid has everything that they need to be successful in this world, and the father is ghost. When I say ghost, I mean ghost. That's a very depressing, and it's very sad. If you talk to any of these educators, you talk to any teacher, and that teacher could tell you the things that that child goes through or the things that that child struggles with because both parents are not involved in their lives, And it's sad. It's sad because we have given men an exemption. And when did that become okay? When did it become okay for a man to help bring a child into this world and all of a sudden decide that he wants to dip? When did that become acceptable in society? Because I see a lot of it, and I'm a product of it. And I'm going to tell you right now, I still think about it to this day. And that's the main reason why I'm so involved in trying to make sure that my son has everything that he needs and then some. Because I don't want my son to feel the feeling that I felt. I don't want him to experience that feeling. Because that feeling it stays with you no matter how old you get. It stays with you. And it stays with you because you know that you have a parent who is living. And that parent does not have anything to do with you. And you're sitting up here wondering, what did I do wrong? Because kids don't actually be brought into this world. They don't. And there's nothing says responsibility like raising a child or children. That's something that you cannot get a manual and try to read the cliff notes to try to cheat on. Nothing can prepare you for that. And every day you're learning something new. Every day. But nothing is more beautiful than to see your offspring with your characteristics, whether it's your personality, whether it's your features. It doesn't matter. Nothing is more beautiful than that. And for you to not be involved in your kids' lives, that means I'm speechless, man. Because we as a society, we have to do better. We got to expect better of the people that we're dating. Because if you're in a situation and you're dating a person and that person doesn't have any dealings with the child that they help bring into this world, that's a no-go. And I'm going to tell you right now, for the record, the guys that I hang with, my brothers or my homies, I call them brothers because that's what they are to me. I don't hang around guys that don't take care of their kids. Just being honest with you. Because if you don't take care of your kids, there's no reason for me to be around you. Because that's a character flaw that I'm not tolerating. And if you are involved in a situation and for whatever reason you and the child's mom didn't get along, it doesn't matter. Spend time with your kid. If your kid moves away, plan trips. Do whatever it is you have to do. But me, Britton Harvest, I don't hang with dudes like that, man. I can't rock with you. I will not rock with you. And the guys that I call my brothers, they don't do it either. Because we have to hold each other accountable. And we have to push one another. Iron sharpens iron. And if I got a circle of guys that I run with and they're failing on their end as far as taking care of their responsibility, we're going to have to sit down and have a talk. And that's what you have to do as a society. We have to sit down and we have to push one another. We got to hold each other accountable. We have to hold each other accountable. You can't sit here and let a guy hang out all night or go out on the weekends and, and there's nothing wrong with letting your hair down. There's nothing wrong with having fun. There's nothing wrong with having hobbies. But at the end of the day, take care of your responsibility. And whatever that responsibility means, whether it's spending time with them on a consistent basis or if you spending time with them based on what the courts say, be involved. Because that child is going to remember that for the rest of their lives. Money comes and goes. The gifts that you buy them, they come and go. But your kids will never forget the time that you spend with them. And that doesn't cost a thing. It doesn't cost a thing. So I want to challenge you all the fathers out there who, or for whatever reason, have decided to, disappear or to go ghost. Pick up the phone, call your kids, set up a meeting. And when you set up a meeting, try to reconcile whatever differences you all have and spend time with your kids. Spend time with them, because that is going to go a long way. Kids will never forget the time that you spend with them. Never. And with that being said, I'm Britton Harvest, Breadcrumbs, Random Acts of Kindness. I'm out.